And right where we left off. Are you two okay? Sergei. Roy. Long time no see. Sergei. How have you been, Captain Mira? What's Saburo doing on the floor? And why is Sergei with you? What's going on here? Sergei fought alongside us. He defeated Oboro. What happened? So, Marcia, where's Rahu now? It escaped. Escaped? Oboro tried to dive into Rahu, but it didn't seem like Rahu liked it, so he rejected him and flew away. Diving to Rahu? What? Sergei, what's going on? I'll explain in detail, Captain Mira. But let's go to a different room. Please follow me. And we're just gonna leave Oboro dying and gasping for his life. Where are we? This room belonged to our leader, who passed away not too long ago. Cease leader? Yes. Someone here needs to hear my leader's final words. This is why I brought you to this place. Someone? Who? Who is it? Please listen. These are my leader's final words. Alex, you don't know how proud I am that you have come so far. Hey, Alex, how come he knows your name? Alright, normally I would play the middle one, but we're gonna go with this one. You'll never guess it's because I'm a member of the C Syndicate too. What? You've been lying to us this whole time? You're joking, right, Alex? Yeah, just kidding. Just joking. Why would you look at a time like this? Not necessarily. What? Alex is the son of our former leader. What? Actually, come to think of it, it does sound like my dad. What? It can't be. The Syndicate's leader is really Alex's father? Let me continue playing the message. Alex, you're listening to this. That means Rahu has returned, and our time is short. I wish that I could have been there to see you, to fight you in this final glorious moment. However, if you're hearing this, it also means my time has come, and I'm gone from this world. I've given my loyal friend, Sergei, details on your mission. Trust him as you would have trusted me. You don't have much time left. Give Sergei the watch I gave you to care for so long. With the power contained in that watch, you can defeat Rahu. I failed you as a father in life. My final wish in death is nothing but a fool's errand. I'm sorry, son. That was his final message. The watch. My dad told me to keep it at all times, never to take it off. He said it over and over. I promised it so many times. And then he left me. Alex. Sergei, what's going on? Like you and Roy, I learned about the outside world when I became a class S commander. Though you disappeared right after you found out about it. Sergei, why did you leave without telling us? Because I met my boss. Boss? You mean C's boss? When I found out about the outside world, I became curious. I wanted to explore it. And there, I met my boss. I was surprised to discover somebody living in the outside world. And he asked me, "Why are you here?" And I told him that I wanted to know the truth about the outside world. Then he asked, "Is there something you need to protect?" And I said yes. Marcia, my sister, you were the one I wanted to protect. Sergei. We spoke for some time, discussing life in our dome and outside. Finally, he asked me, "Do you want to protect this world for an annihilation?" Annihilation? Yes, I have to admit, I really didn't understand his question, but I could see it in his eyes that he was very serious indeed. I stopped to think, and I said yes. Then he said, as long as you remain in your world, you will never see the truth. The truth lies in the darkness. If you discover an inconsistency in your perfectly ordered world, where all things are controlled, anything that cannot be explained, come see me again, and I may be able to help you. Tell no one that we met. Tell no one what we have discussed. With that, we parted ways. Thought about what he said, but I couldn't find any inconsistencies. That's because there are none. Roy, be quiet and listen. Continue, Sergei. Then, suddenly, I found it. It's right in front of me from the start. When I returned home, I saw my sister waiting for me, and it struck me. The inconsistency. That single, unexplained thing. It was Marcia. Her special power. Her strange power was a gift, and my late parents, they were suffering. Sergei. To all appearances, Marcia is an ordinary girl. And yet, the geese teased her. The scientists poked and prodded, and still, they learned nothing. Marcia didn't want to go, but the researchers forced her, kicking and screaming. So that's why Marcia hated the Robo researchers. Found out what they did to Marcia at the research center. It wasn't science, it was torture. They say that all people are created equal, but my sister's powers stole equality from her. If this isn't an inconsistency, then what is? How did I go so long without questioning this? I couldn't wait. Wasn't seeing this inconsistency clearly. I had to leave, to meet that man again. I told him about Marcia. He said, in order to understand, you must know everything. And he told me the real truth, something even most classes commanders do not know. The real truth. What? What do you mean? You're all aware that centuries ago, Rahu nearly wiped out the human race. Yeah? We're told that Rahu annihilated all the dome cities, people, and lived in except ours. We were never told the truth about the outside world. Do you believe we lived in domes up here? Well, yeah, I mean, where else would we live? We lived free in the outside world. We lived in the vast cities, in the open air. Rahu destroyed all of that. What? Really? Originally, humans didn't live in domed cities. We lived outside. The outside world was our home. Rahu destroyed all of our cities centuries ago. The few who survived, they found an area that had minimal damage, and with the help of Robo technology, they built a dome to create a livable environment for a new community. I see. When I heard about that part, we thought people had always lived inside those domes. You are correct, but there's still more than that you do not know. The dome builders left Rahu inoperable in the outside world before they sealed themselves in. Sergei, it sounds like you're saying we deliberately chose to live in a cage, like animals. That's right. The dome protects us, but it also keeps us trapped, caged. Wait a sec. You said Rahu was inoperative, so how do we stop Rahu last time? And we get a save just in case you needed to go, because this is a lot of exposition. Rahu possesses no form on its own. It's more like a spirit than a living creature. What? No form? That doesn't make any sense. We saw it. It looked like a custom Robo. I'll explain that later. Let me continue though. Originally, Rahu was invisible, formless, but still physical. Still capable of inflicting damage. You couldn't see it, It was a real creature, and it evolved rapidly. Evolved. Not in the traditional sense, but yes, that's correct. Rahu has two fundamental behaviors. The first is to acquire new targets, in this case, us. Once it identifies its prey, Rahu destroys it swiftly and utterly. Appropriates any useful abilities its victims possessed, anything it has not encountered before. Then, like a chrysalis, it goes dormant, awakens with a new skill, and continues its hunt. Metamorphosis. I guess it really is evolving. So what you're saying is that it targets a creature with abilities it doesn't have and steals them. Then it turns into a pupa, rests for a bit, and changes into an even scarier monster. Yeah, it's just about the size of it. It's just a secondary behavior though. Its primary function is to annihilate every living thing. So it's invisible, it can learn to do everything we can do, and all it wants is to kill, everything. Right. So what can we do? I mean, other than just roll over and die? How did they stop it hundreds of years ago, when it was running amok? Custom Robos. It was because of Custom Robos that they were able to defeat Rahu. Custom Robos? Yes. Back then, Custom Robos were nothing but children's toys, like robotic action figures. It may sound strange, but even now, there's much we do not know about the Custom Robos. Rahu's destructive rampage was at its peak. They were all but extinct. When, suddenly, Rahu targeted a young boy's Robo toy. Then, something inexplicable happened. Rahu merged with the Robo, melded itself with the Robo. That's weird. Why did it do that? I'm not sure. Some people think there was a connection between Rahu and the Custom Robo. It almost sounds like Rahu did a dive into that Custom Robo and, I don't know, got stuck or something. And that's why Rahu looks the way it does now. That's why we can even see it in the first place. That's correct. Now that our enemy was invisible, we had a chance to fight back, and we seized it. The government remodeled the Custom Robos as weapons to battle Rahu's new Robo form. Finally, after many grueling battles, we defeated Rahu. Actually, let me correct myself. We didn't defeat it, we were able to trigger its dormant cycle. Dormant Rahu had no new information to assimilate, and so it didn't evolve, and it didn't awaken. We couldn't destroy Rahu though. Instead, we bought ourselves some time. So that's the rest of the story we didn't know. But wait. Don't you think that's a little funny? Rahu was capable of destroying the entire world, and we stopped it with a child's toy. I know what you're thinking. Rahu couldn't be stopped simply with the Custom Robos. There was something else. A device designed to stop Rahu by targeting his Robo systems. A device. Sergei, why should we trust you? You're a member of the C Syndicate, and now a traitor. Even if you're telling the truth, why does it matter? What's your point? You're right. Doesn't matter. Let me ask you, Yuri. When did you first find out about Rahu's attack? Were you suddenly... I first learned the truth when I became a Class S commander. How about you, Captain Mira? It was the same. I didn't know a thing until I was promoted. Don't you think that's odd? What? This is the single most significant and traumatic event in human history, and no one knows? It's classified knowledge. The government dictates who should and should not know. But how could they stop the survivors from passing on these stories to their children? The people respect the word of the government. They knew it was confidential. Do you actually believe that the government has the power to silence such a terrible thing? Can you think of any other reason why no one ever talked about this horrific event? It does seem difficult to imagine. So many years have passed, and nobody knew the full scope of it. Yet becoming a class's commander didn't explain everything. The reason this is such a well-kept secret is not because the survivors chose to keep it secret. Sorry about the background there noise. It's because their memories were wiped clean. It is a secret because no one was allowed to remember. What? Oh, for crying out loud. Look, this is all starting to get real confusing here. What you're saying is that everyone, and I mean everyone, forgot about Rahu entirely? That's correct. That's impossible. What could possibly make everyone just forget about this all at once? Though nothing could make that happen, naturally. Are you saying someone devised a way to erase every living human's memory entirely? Yes. The engineers of this foolish plan wanted to erase everyone's memories and implant false ones. Our government carried out this plan hundreds of years ago, once the dome was completed. What? The government found a way to make everyone forget about Rahu. Yes. The world exists entirely within this dome. Outside the dome, there is nothing. We are all raised thinking that this dome is our true home, where we will live and die. That is the great lie. The memory implant told us all that this dome contained mankind's entire world. But why? Rahu will awaken. It is inevitable. Could you live a normal life, knowing Rahu would return? But never knowing when, I see. It was to give us a sense of security, even if it was just a lie. But how is that possible? What could possibly erase everyone's memories like that? I don't know. And they did it. They made a device that could erase everyone's memories. I can't believe it. I'm sure we would have heard of something like that. Captain Mira, I've already told you. There are some things not even classed as commanders have been told. How do we know you didn't make the whole story up? I suppose you have no evidence, except that one of these devices still exists to this very day. Really? Where is it? I got it! Harry? What do you? It's at the lab. The custom Robo research lab. That's why the C Syndicate was there. You're right. You're the man, Harry. No, it's not the lab. Thought so. Harry is not that smart. There's no way he could have figured it out before me. Huh. So, where is it? Alex? Yes. Your father's watch. That's the device. It can erase people's memories. We've had it all along. What? Alex's watch. This why the Sisu said something about repeating the Rahu with Alex's watch. I see. The device that was used to defeat Rahu was one that could erase people's memories. Yes. Hundreds of years ago, the very device helped us defeat Rahu. Sergei, why does Alex have it? Why did something like that wind up with him? What was Alex's father like? He was a distinguished scientist, one of the highest ranking officials in the government. That is why he was told the truth. We all live with false memories implanted by the government. When he learned that people had been deprived of the truth for so long, he began to have doubts. He questioned the ethics of the plan, and he knew that Rahu would rise once again. Marcia, my leader told me where your power came from. It is a result of the erasure, a side effect. Right now, every aspect of the brain's development is controlled. The side effect was unexpected. Nobody realized that the dramatic change in environment and the memory blocks and implants would generate this effect. No one could explain what exactly created Marcia's power. Marcia, your Your power is born from the tragedy humans suffered hundreds of years ago. And we keep going. Let's get back to the subject. He said Alex's father had doubts about the false memories. Was he the only one in the government who felt this way? It must have been something. He stole the only remaining model of the memory erasure device. He escaped to the outside world with several of his colleagues. I'm sure the government must have been quick to send someone after them. Yes. The government's soldiers had one goal: to retrieve the memory erasure device. They searched all over the world for him, but he was only one step ahead. Instead of taking the device with him into the exile, he hid inside of the dome city itself. Reconfigured it into that watch so that no one would be able to identify it. And then he gave the watch to Alex. Yes, the one person he could trust, someone who didn't know the power of the object he held. That's when your leader formed the Sea Syndicate. And all this time, the Sea Syndicate's goal has actually been to inform the people of the truth. It was at first. It wanted people to know the truth, to prepare themselves in case Rahu did attack again. But as time passed, he began to worry, to doubt himself. He began to worry that informing everyone of the truth would only trigger mass panic. He realized that it may be best to find a way to stop Rahu without having the people know about it. That was the moment when my leader formed a syndicate made up of the strongest fighters. Strong fighters. And that's when he recruited you. I wanted to save this room world. In order to do that, I knew I would have to help him. He told me he needed someone to support him, no matter how insane his orders might be. But you could have told Marcia before you left. You owe her at least that much, didn't you? To be honest, I had planned on leaving Marcia before I met your father. My sister would do anything, I told her. If I'd stayed, she would never have left my shadow. It was unacceptable, unthinkable. I wanted her to think for herself, to grow into the commander she is. I thought that if I weren't around, she would have the opportunity she needed to think for herself. That's why I left the way I did. I always watched over her. I would have come to her aid in a second if she were ever in danger. I left even though I knew I ran the risk of alienating her, of making her hate me for leaving. Sergei, I learned something. My partners taught me something more valuable than I'd realized. Spoiling someone isn't love. Sometimes you need to be strict in order to be compassionate. That's when I figured it out. That when I knew that my older brother still cared about me, that he still loved me, and I wondered if that wasn't why you had left me in the first place. They helped me to understand, and that's why I still love you. Thank you, Sergei. You've grown so strong, Marcia. The more I hear about this, the more complicated the situation gets. I agree. Still, after hearing all of that, sounds like C formed in order to help out mankind. But what about Oboro? That guy just wanted Rahu for himself. When our leader grew ill, Oboro and Alyssa made a grab for power. That's when it began to crumble. The more they knew about Rahu's amazing powers, the more they wanted to possess it. They'd forgotten our leader's goals, and they planned such foolishness as diving into Rahu. There's always one selfish sicko in every group. I acted as a Oboro's subordinate while looking for the chance to strike back. But why? Wait, Why was Alyssa at the lab? Did it have something to do with Rahu? Boro and Alyssa both knew that the memory erasure device was the key to destroying Rahu. But they didn't know Arlita had already stolen it. He was never sure he could trust them. They wanted that device so that they could tame Rahu for their own ends instead of destroying it. At least they must have thought that the custom Robo research lab would have such a device. That's why she attacked the lab. See? As I thought. At least I thought the device was at the research lab. I am smart. I think just like the syndicate leaders. Which simply shows how flawed her thinking truly is. He's spoken long enough. Alex, may I borrow your watch? I have a chip your brother gave me. I'm going to insert it into your watch now. Once I've inserted it, the chip, the watch's memory erasure functions will be restored. You can have the watch. I understand. I'll give you my watch. Thank you. Please wait while I insert the chip. Alright. And since this has been a super expository episode, I'll make sure to keep going. This is going to be an extra long episode. I've inserted the chip into your watch. There, memory erasure is now functional. Alex, I believe it's still yours. You probably put it in your hands for a reason. Point toward your target and activate it. I understand. We're almost near the end. Let's go destroy Rahu. Do you know where to find it? I've attached a tracking device to the Rahu. If it's transmitting, we'll know where Rahu is. Let's hurry. With every passing second, Rahu continues to evolve. It's still evolving. Like I said before, Rahu evolves. Rahu is especially drawn to negative feelings, hatred, envy, greed. It absorbs that mental energy, uses it as fuel in its metamorphosis. So that's why it looked different every time we've seen it. It's not just appearance that is changing, it's growing stronger with each evolution. The device will erase Rahu's genetic memories so that it stops evolving. I fear that Rahu is resting now, preparing for its next evolution. We can defeat it if we erase its memory and eliminate its advantages. Let's go! Alright, and now we've added Sergei to our big boy party of... It's alright, he just fainted. He won't wake up for a while. Need to focus on Rahu, not on Boro. Let's hurry. We got the meteor storm. And the jumping pod. But as I was saying, he's doing a little band of happy-goers. But we're on our way to stop Rahu. Look at the automated broadcast spoken. We're gonna have to go the other way. I'll make sure at the beginning of this episode that there's a timestamp for skipping ahead to this portion of the episode. Hello. Those guys really were really well trained. Forget about them. Alright, I thought maybe they would have specific dialogue for that guy, but oh well. Alright. Anyways, we're almost out of here. But yeah, this game's a lot shorter than I remember. Man, look at everyone's run animation. Sergei's got a very similar one to that we do, but Harry's got the goofy run. Everyone, please follow me. I'll use the tracking device. Got it. We're counting on you, Sergei. Alright, let's move. So it looks like we're going to the only other place that the map shows, the amusement park. The signal's getting stronger. Rahu must be around here somewhere. What is this place? I don't know much about the world before Rahu came. but I think it was some sort of amusement park. What's an amusement park? I think it's designed as a place to have fun, judging by the odd look of the buildings. Really? Doesn't look that amusing to me. Well, Harry, it's destroyed, you know. No place is amusing once it's been reduced to rubble. Exactly. We have to hurry, Captain. We must go. Hold it. You're one of Aurora's loyalists. Sergei, what are you doing here with the police squad? We found Aurora unconscious at the hideout. Did you do that? His Zongri did it. I merely helped. Shut up, you traitor. What are you talking about? You and Aurora are the ones who corrupted our leader's vision, who ruined all that C stood for. You're the traitors. I'll quit this stupid posturing. It's too late for us to join up with Alyssa. We had a better idea. Well, now we're who ourselves and seize control of the C Syndicate. But you're forgetting your duty. Got your back, Sergei. Harry, Marcia, Alex, let's go. Alright, so we're all taking on one. Since we haven't had any action, we're actually gonna show this fight. I have realized that I haven't really like cut much in this playthrough, but it's fine. Let's try Meteor Storm. Let's see what this is like. Let's see, explodes at your feet, Submarine Crescent, Tomahawk. Try Tomahawk. We don't need Satellite this time. Let's try Umbrella. Booster. Just a mishmash of stuff. Hopefully I don't lose. I'm just trying out like a bunch of different things that might not mesh well. We'll find out soon enough though. Alright. Ah, this gun. It has good knockdown power, because it can even knock down the middle bear fairly easily. But it's not very strong. Ah. It's a bit like a spread gun. Ah, I see. There's a good counter for... This bomb and pod work better. Yeah, like the pod is literally an anti-air if they're rushing me. And the bomb has a really long arc, so it's not very good for my purposes, so I might switch these. There we go. Not bad, but not the best combo. Got the ground legs. Oh! What are we thinking? We've wasted precious time. We must hurry. Hold it. More dudes. Not again. It's more of a force, man. Yeah. We don't assume we're gonna be as feeble as those last guys. We're the 2-on-2 masters. It's 2-on-2. Interesting, Sergei. Why don't you pair up with Marcia? I'd like to see you two on action. Hmm? Sergei. Yes, I'd like to show you how strong Marcia has become on her own. Alex, you're with me. Why does he see what you're like as a partner? Wait a minute. That only leaves me and Roy. Can't be. Guess aren't taking this seriously, aren't you? Alright. So we got some of the smaller ground models, but let's switch our stuff around here. So Meteor Storm, not my cup of tea. Let's see. Pulse? Let's try the right pulse. Tomahawk. It's better for long-range fights. Let's try the flank H. Throwing D. High jump. Alright, we're just mix matching real hard here. Alright, so Mira looks like is gonna go first out here, so let's go. Ah, yes, okay, I remember this gun now. It's kind of like a Gatling, but it has like a weird arc, so we can kind of like for example, like right here, I can stand like right here. And maybe, well, if I can get a chance to actually shoot it. Ah, these guys are really targeting me right now. I'm too close to the edge. This is not a good gun to be standing at the edges at the moment. Does not have the best range either. Yeah, it's not good at close range because it's trying to do the arc to the right before I actually shoot it out. Not a bad gun, but not my style either. Got the Geo Trap Bomb. Diving Pod. Maybe we should have gone 2-on-1 instead. From now on, let's be the 2-on-1 masters, okay? Yeah. We outnumbered them. Pretty sure we could have win that way. Ugh. We should move. The longer we're like this, the more likely that Lisa's lackeys will find us too. Let's hurry. Don't fool around. Hold it. Oh, for crying out loud. We're not gonna get anywhere at this rate. Leave them to me. Go on ahead. I'll take care of these guys myself. No way. I'm staying with you. We'll stop them together. Sergei, you get the others out of here. Yes. Been a while since I've taken orders from you, Captain Mira. Take care, sis. Yeah, I will. You be a good boy and listen to Sergei, okay? Hey! Let's go. Alright, so Mira and Roy are staying behind to take these guys out by themselves. Wait a minute. What is it? I really gotta go to the bathroom. Why didn't you go before we left? Like we had any time. Look, there's a bathroom right there. I'll really be quick, alright? Yes, it's a bathroom, but the only thing's working. This whole area's been ruined for centuries. Doesn't matter where you do it. I don't care, I gotta go. Anyone else have to? Marcia? I'm fine, thanks. Okay, Alex, come with me, okay? Yeah, sure. That's right, we should stick out together out there. Be quick about it, we don't have much time. Where you come from? Didn't I even see? Those would have been in the outside world. Gotta be with police. Get him! Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, I'm still... Alex, let's get him! Wait a minute! Wash your hands, man! Alright. We needed a bit of a silly moment with Harry here before we went to fight the annihilator of the human race, right? Anyways, I'm not big on the pulse guns, but let's try the one of these five ways. Let's try the 5-way right, I guess. The flank bomb, I don't really use it. Let's try the crescent bomb. Let's try the jumping pod. I really shouldn't be mix matching at this stage, just because these fights can be pretty tough. We're both not in a hot spot, but I think I can outmash him probably. Oh yeah, there's more like a shotgun, I forgot. It's not like the three-way where it's like the standard shot, but three. Oh, he's got the needle gun. Ouch. Yeah, the 5-shot is probably not the best against the Banisher model. Dang it. I'm catching up to him, but the fact that his Banisher model is making this really hard. Ouch. Really? That got me? Holy crap. I might actually lose this one just because I'm messing around with using a bunch of different things. But I figure it's not very exciting to watch me use the same things over and over, so... It's for you guys. I'm gonna lose. For sure. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys when I beat this guy, so give me a moment here. Alright, not bad. With the sword and the satellites working together, it's actually pretty solid. As long as they're not very fast. I can't believe we lost in the bathroom. That feels kind of good though. Keep it down out there. Can't concentrate on this shit. I'm trying to think. Whoa, what's going on here? What's with this bathroom? Is this your secret clubhouse or something? This is the only bathroom for miles. You don't want to pass up a bathroom, especially out here. But this whole place everyone. Why don't you just, I don't know, find a bush or something? It's about being sanitary. But enough talk. Alex, can we get this over quick? I'm still gotta go. You know what? You haven't washed our hands yet. Gah! This girl, stay away from me. Alright, so we're gonna do a 2-on-2 this time. Since the 2-on-2, I'll keep the sword, but I'm gonna change from the wall to standard F. I'll keep the satellite, but I think we'll go with short thrust this time. Alright, so I didn't mention this on the previous attempt of the fight, but it's a bathroom theme. I guess everyone's just thinking of the bathroom. Ah. Nice, we actually got a good chunk of damage on Green Boy. And Harry's getting beat up, but now that it's 2-on-1, we should be able to win pretty easily now. Especially he's not targeting me right now, so let's just combo the crap out of him. Ah, dang. We almost got him in there. Die. Ooh. Lying on this nest floor is the last place I want to be. Still, it's nice to get a chance to lie down. I gotta go. Wait a minute, okay? Much better. Thanks for waiting. We can go now. You should wash your hands, dude. Alright, so we got the Geo Trap, Diving Pod, Ground Legs, and that's it. Alright. What took you so long? We had a little run-in with some guys from Z. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm glad I convinced Alex to come with me. Looks like Alyssa's here too. We've wasted enough time. Let's go. Hold it, you're not going any further. Farther. More of a Boros men? No, they're with Alyssa. It's only a matter of time before Alyssa finds Rahu. We've been ordered to get rid of anyone who tries to interfere. That goes for you too, Sergei. Can't let you go any further. That's right. We're Alyssa's fabulous fighting four. Sergei, they good? Have you heard of them? Been with you for a while. Never heard of them. Weird. Well, I don't know. The Fabulous Fighting Force, a pretty fabulous name. You're afraid of us, aren't you? You want to run? Now's the time. Well, I guess we have to fight them. Don't underestimate them. Alyssa only keeps the best by her side. What? Or should you rather run away? No, that's okay. I think we'll be fine. Thanks for asking, though. Wait a minute. There's no way you can defeat the Fabulous Fighting Four. Well, I guess there's a first time for everything, isn't there? Hey, think real carefully. You're about to fight against the Fabulous Fighting Four. Yeah, we know. We heard you the first time. Alright, everyone, let's do it. Yeah! Not all that fabulous. I think they're holding back. I don't understand. They seem so weak. Or have I become strong? Fabulous Fighting Four. It seems like an awfully stuffy name for such a poor group of fighters. I've never heard of the Fabulous Fighting Four. At least I must be building her own elite force. Oh, so you're running away? You know who we are? We're the Fighting Four. Hey, come back. Alright, this will be the last fight of the episode. We have a bit of a marathon of fights, so we'll leave everything as is and we're just going. Ooh, a carousel stage. Alright. We're good. I kind of messed up. This stage is kind of small, so I need to make sure I'm on the other side of my blast here. He has a good gun for this stage, because he can get around the carousel blocks here. Luckily, mine also can do that by going from above. I have to just make sure that I have enough space to actually shoot it out. Alright, one more hit should do it. Oh, he just blew himself up, or was that my satellite? I can't even tell. Got the afterburner gun. And they're all down. We hoped you'd run away when we heard our name. Maybe the Fabulous Fighting Four, or who shouldn't be a problem at all. Hey, where'd all that top? I thought they were elite. Shouldn't have they been better? Maybe we're just feeling very well. It's flu season after all. It is for. They were a mockery. But even then, even a skilled commander can have an unlucky match. Oh well. We should keep moving. Alright, I'm gonna collect my part here. And we're gonna keep going on the next episode. Sorry for this being a little bit too expository at the first half of it. But hopefully the next one makes up for it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.